As we left our Michigan site in Garden, we've got one final present: construction traffic without any real construction. I'm pretty sure they just set it up for Mackenzie because there's always construction when she's driving. On our way through the magical land of cheese, we also found Wisconsin had incredible corn, which that's coming from a corn husker. Mackenzie surprised me with a stop at the world's largest hex nut. Look at the size of this thing. It's huge. I can't imagine the bolt that goes with it. We continued on to our harvest toast for the evening, a burger bar in New London, Wisconsin called Bean City Bar and Grill. They warmly greeted us, but were shocked we were so young. I guess they're used to retirees doing this RV thing. Since we were in Wisconsin, we had to have some cheese curds, and they were as delicious as we've been told. The next morning, we woke up and continued our tour of some of the world's largest things, with a stop at the world's largest potato masher, and I can only imagine the potatoes it would mash. As we made our way south into Lake Geneva, we were met with a whole lot of people in a very tight spot and very high temps and humidity. While it looks like our spot afforded us a lot of room, getting in and out was tougher than we had anticipated, but we managed to pull it off with only a few minor scratches. While in Geneva, we ziplined and took a boat tour of the lake to see all of the mansions, most from the 1800s when rich Chicagoans needed a summer getaway. The ziplining was a little rough in 100+ degree weather, and the final line gave Mackenzie a concussion, so if you've written her since July and never heard back, try writing her again. And we also got to celebrate in Geneva on closing on our house. After Geneva, we went just a little south to Volo for a few days while we spent more time with my family at my brother's house. It was a fast week, having moved 3 times in 7 days. As we headed out around southwest Chicago, we encountered some horrendous roads under construction. Mostly everything stayed intact, and there were only a few repairs to make once we landed in Indiana. We stopped off at the Brinkley factory to see where our trailer was made, but they don't do tours on Sundays, so we just took a selfie outside. At last, we arrived at our harvest host for the evening, a monster truck museum, but we missed taking the tour as we arrived just 5 minutes after they closed. We went out that night with Mackenzie's dad's cousin, who introduced us to nacho cheese with your breadsticks, and he clued us into the Auburn Museum. There in the original showroom from the 1930s, now the museum, we saw Duesenbergs, Cords, and Auburns. These were works of art, and I'm only showing you a few of the dozens of pictures we took while there. They were stunning. Next door was a muscle car and truck museum that had some fantastic old 60s and 70s hot rods. But we had to get back on the road, so we couldn't spend all day there. That night, we made it into Ohio, where we would settle down for the next month and unwind after one of the busiest weeks we have had since getting on the road.